Starscream.
Okay, let's play some damn shit.
The Autobots' intelligence gatherer, able to tap into any communications
China.
channel. Sideswipe was one of the characters
Street
reinvented
whore.
as female. She was in love with Optimus Prime, and Prime shared her feelings, but feared growing too close to her, as he had already lost too many friends and loved ones in battle over the years. Mirage, a cool, calm emergency response specialist. A flashy wisecracker, he would constantly hit on Sideswipe, but Optimus was the only bot for her. Trailbreaker, the team's scout,
Come on,
who
you
loved
slut.
the terrain of Earth, but missed his home dearly.
Move, you
And
whore.
lastly, the character of Bumblebee was totally
Move,
reworked
whore.
into Toad, the Autobots' messenger and spy. Even his colour was changed from the toy's yellow to green, hence his new name. Toad would be the comic relief of the series. He had taken as his new body a beaten-up old Volkswagen Beetle, and he couldn't get the form to work right, constantly mistransforming and running into things, as well
Come
as
on,
running out of
slut.
gas and getting speeding tickets. Additionally,
Come on,
Ironhide,
slut.
Hound, Ratchet, and Prowl were positioned
Come on,
as supporting
slut.
characters, staying in the background until a plot called for their unique talents. The
Suck my
Decepticon
slut.
forces were made up of Megatron, the cruel leader. His energy
Suck.
orb had taken possession of an experimental Soviet particle beam cannon, and he could transform into either a full-size version of this weapon or shrink to become a handheld pistol version. Soundwave, who believed he should be Decepticon a handheld pistol version. His version of this weapon, or shrink to become, and he could transform into either a full-size version of this weapon, or shrink to become a handheld pistol.
Suck my slut.
Soundwave, who believed he should be Decepticon leader and was constantly at odds with Megatron. He was accompanied by his Condor cassette spy, Buzzsaw. The other cassettes weren't mentioned, the only Decepticon toy characters left out of the Bible. Starscream,
Bitch,
the
you
other
suck my
character Scott
slut.
reimagined as female. She was a vicious fighter with a hair-trigger temper, armed with a laser heat ray on one wing and an absolute
Suck my
zero
slut.
freeze ray on the other, and was determined to get revenge on Jazz for destroying her body back on their homeworld. Thundercracker, a strong, silent Decepticon equipped with
Bitch, you
twin
suck my
tractor
dick,
beams.
bitch.
And lastly, Skywarp, a wicked Decepticon fueled by hate, who could create space-time portals with his
Suck my
warp
dick.
ray. As with Toad, the colours
You
of
suck
all
my
three
dick,
Decepticon jets were changed from their toys. Instead of grey,
Suck my
Starscream
fucking
was
dick.
white. Instead of blue, Thundercracker was red. And at this point in time, Hasbro planned for Skywarp to be olive drab, which Scott changed to black. As it happened, Hasbro changed their minds
Suck-
and made the
Bitch, you
finished
suck my
Skywarp toy
motherfucking
black
dick.
as well. But that feels more likely to have been a coincidence, rather than Scott's
Suck
Bible actually influencing the
motherfucking
direction of
dick,
the toy
bitch.
line. Now this was only the core Decepticon group. Megatron was holding
Bitch, you suck my
innumerable
dick,
Decepticon
bitch.
energy orbs in reserve, seeking new machines to implant them in to expand his army. As laid out in the Bible, each episode of the series would
Suck
involve the
my
villains
motherfucking
targeting
dick.
new machines to convert into new Decepticon bodies,
Suck my
creating
dick, bitch.
original characters
You
not
suck my
represented in the
dick,
toy line,
bitch.
who at
Suck
the end
my
of each
fucking
adventure
dick.
would be destroyed by the
Bitch, you suck
Autobots,
my
leaving
dick,
only the
bitch. You
core
suck
group
my
of toy-based Decepticons remaining.
Bitch, you suck my dick, bitch.
And
You
of course,
suck my
the series
dick,
would also
bitch.
feature
You
a supporting
suck-
cast
you
of
suck my
humans.
dick, bitch.
One
You
idea
suck
Scott
my
floated
dick,
was to
bitch.
have the
You
Autobots
suck my
take over the
dick,
vehicles
bitch.
of a club of
Bitch, you suck
car
my
enthusiasts, creating an instant
Bitch, you
group of
suck my
human
dick.
friends for the robots. But in the end, he settled on just two.
Bitch, you suck my
A
dick,
trucker
bitch.
named William
God
Conroy
damn it.
and a teenage girl
God
named
fucking
Wendy
damn it.
Fairchild. Conroy,
Oh,
nicknamed
fucking Christ.
Duke, was the owner of the truck that Optimus Prime had taken as his new body. He was characterized as a banterous Han Solo type, a guy focused on making a living rather than saving the universe. And as such, he was always complaining about having the source of his income co-opted by aliens. From his position inside Prime's cab, Duke acted like a backseat driver in battle, constantly warning Prime not to get damaged so that he still had a working truck he could earn a paycheck with. But like Han Solo, Duke had a heart of gold and
Suck
always
my
came good in the
motherfucking
end.
dick.
He was a talented mechanic,
Suck
and he
my
knew all the
dick,
best
asshole.
roads and
You
all the
suck
best
my
places to
motherfucking
hide. With a
dick.
common man, common sense understanding of life on
Bitch, you
Earth
suck
that
my
was
dick,
invaluable
bitch.
to the Autobots.
Bitch, you suck my dick.
Wendy
bitch.
was the owner of the
Bitch,
Volkswagen
suck
Beetle
my
that
dick.
Toad had taken for a body. One other idea Scott had for her was that she was the daughter of a government official, and that Toad had initially taken over her car as part of a spying mission before befriending her. But this idea was dropped, and in the final Bible, she was just an ordinary 16-year-old girl from a Midwestern town. Wendy was warm, smart, and full of knowledge about the people made the way. Had the Volk that were all the best places to hide. Bible. She was just an ordinary 16-year-old girl from a Midwestern town. Wendy was warm, smart, and full of knowledge about the people, places, and things of Earth that she could share with the Autobots. But she also wanted to live a normal life, and owning a car that would often get called away on a mission right in the middle of a date and come back punched full of laser holes didn't make it easy. The Decepticons also had a human ally of their own, a greedy, selfish criminal named Arthur Kroll, who agreed to help the villains in their conquest of Earth in return for being allowed to rule over humankind once they were finished with the planet. Naturally, though, Megatron and Kroll didn't trust each other very much. Ultimately, Kroll was only out for himself. Kroll served as a spy for the Decepticons among humankind, gathering intelligence and performing acts of espionage. One of his particular duties was to carry Megatron while he was in his pistol mode, allowing the Decepticon leader to covertly gain access to human installations he could never enter in his robot form.
Jesus fucking goddamn Christ. Jesus fucking Christ. Yeah, goddamn fucking
As tended to be the standard for cartoons at the time, it wasn't planned for the series to have an introductory episode telling the story of how the Transformers came to Earth. Instead, that would be established in the show's opening title sequence, and the cartoon itself would get straight to business, telling stories of the Decepticons seeking new machines to bring to life, and the Autobots' efforts to stop them. Potential episode plots Scott proposed in the Bible included Rotten to the Core. Megatron learns of the New York City subway system's hundreds of train cars and decides to take control of the Big Apple from the inside out. Arthur Kroll helps the Decepticons sneak into a subway tunnel where they proceed to implant energy orbs into the subway cars, transforming them into Decepticon robots. The Autobots track the Decepticons down, battling them beneath the city as they attempt to save the humans who are trapped in the cars. In a subplot, a group of Guardian Angel-like teens are caught in one of the subway cars and assist Duke and Prime in turning the tide for the Decepticons. The Titanium Germ. While Megatron is attempting to transform the oil platforms off the coast of Alaska into Decepticons, Jazz comes into contact with a titanium alloy that's foreign to the Autobots. It acts like a deadly germ, invading its mechanical innards and developing into a biomechanical disease. The Autobots must not only stop the Decepticons, but find an antidote before Jazz loses his robot form.
Jesus goddamn Christ.
Anything for a friend. Megatron and the Decepticons attempt to track down a nuclear submarine so they can transform it into another robot warrior, giving them the ability to continue their mission beneath the seas as well. When Prime tries to leave his truck form and take over an old mothballed battleship to help stop the Decepticon submarine warrior, he is almost destroyed. Duke, in an effort to save Prime, risks his life by forming a mind link with the Autobot leader, putting the strength of both their wills together in order to defeat Megatron.
Fucking Christ.
Not on the first date. Wendy is about to go on her first date with a nice boy from high school when trouble arrives. It seems Megatron has already broken into the largest electronics factory in Japan and is about to transform thousands of electronic gadgets, from computers to typewriters, into Decepticons. Wendy's date gets stood up, but there's no time to lose, so when Toad transforms into robot mode, she's dragged along on the deadly mission. Time for trouble. Arthur Kroll proves what kind of a louse he really is when, through his espionage work, he reveals to Megatron the location of a top-secret test site of a government time machine. With his help, Megatron and other Decepticons take over the test site and transform the time machine into an incredible Decepticon warrior robot. The Autobots must stop the Decepticons before they travel into another time where they can further their evil goals free of all intervention. At least one piece of concept art appears to have been drawn up to accompany this first Bible. It features Optimus opening fire on a trio of identical Condor cassette Decepticons, with Duke sitting behind the windshield in his chest, while Wendy, in the green vehicle mode Toad, looks on. Scott completed the Bible in just 3 days, delivering it on February 25th, and Saroyan then took it to Hasbro and CBS. Following individual meetings with the two companies' representatives, Hasbro President Stephen Hassenfeld and advertising contractors Tom Griffin and Joe Bacall, and CBS's Ted Field, Judy Price, and Michael Cassett, a list of changes were settled upon that required the Bible to be heavily revised. Scott quickly went to work on a second draft, which he turned in on March 7th. Stupid! Had rejected outright the concept of the Transformers being energy orbs that possessed Earth machines, and directed that the story return to the premise Shooter had devised, that the Autobots and Decepticons were transforming robots from Cybertron who crash-landed on Earth 4 million years ago, leaving them entombed in a volcano until an eruption awoke them in the present day. This brought things back into line with the 3-part miniseries, and from there, CBS came up with a new direction for the show. The weekly series would now be set 5 years after the miniseries, by which time the Decepticons, vastly outnumbering the Autobots, had conquered virtually the entire Earth. Having taken control of the governments and economies of all the planet's industrialized nations, the Decepticons had repurposed all major factories and manufacturing centers to construct vast armies of new Decepticon robots, assembled by a huge planet-wide labor force of enslaved humans. But even under Decepticon rule,
get that damn knot out of here!
Went on. To ensure that the humans' basic survival needs were met, the Decepticons had allowed human society to continue.
Get that slutty knight back!
And humans still lived their day-to-day lives.
Get that slutty knight out of here!
Going to school, just all under the oppressive shroud of the Decepticons' ever-watching eyes. And whether the body snatchers or invaders, the reference points were now Orwell's 1984 and Wells's War of the Worlds. It was a world conquered by giant mechanical invaders who controlled all governments, press, and TV broadcasts, leaving the populace too afraid to even say a word against them, never knowing if even their own car might be a Decepticon in disguise, listening in on them. And of course, Star Wars was a big influence too, with the Autobots now as a scrappy band of rebels fighting against the fascist empire that controlled the world.
Come on, you slut.
The main cast of the show was mostly the same as in the first Bible, but the characterizations created for it were discarded, and the profiles amended to match Buddy Ansky's bios. Also, Hasbro declared that they didn't want any of their toys to be depicted as female, and that if the show had to have female characters, then original ones would have to be created for the cartoon to fulfill that need. The Autobot side was cut down to just the 6 main bots, removing the 4 supporting heroes. Optimus Prime, Jazz, Trailbreaker, and Electro remained, but the female sideswipe was dropped and replaced with the required original character, Fire Cycle. Fire Cycle was the team's skilled, level-headed medic, a master of electronic surgery who could turn even a toaster into a fighting machine, but who was so reluctant to inflict pain on other beings that she didn't even like stepping on grass. She transformed into a turbocharged motorcycle, so fast that she could even drive straight up walls. Fire Cycle had the same romantic connection to Optimus Prime that Scott had originally invented for Sideswipe, and she was armed with the twin heat and freeze that Scott had conceived for Starscream. Another change on the Autobot side was that Hasbro vetoed the name Toad for the Volkswagen Beetle. Now, the documents don't go into any detail as to why, but it'd be my guess that this is probably because Scott had changed the name of a toy character, and what Hasbro meant was that they wanted it changed back to Bumblebee. But if that was what they wanted, then they either didn't communicate it properly or Scott didn't understand. Because for the second draft, Scott renamed the Volkswagen Autobot Muffler. In this version of the story, Muffler had adopted the form of a VW Beetle to hide in a used car lot while on the run from the Decepticons, and it was here that he was found and purchased by Wendy Fairchild. Muffler didn't have the heart to run out on her and cause her to lose the money she'd spent, so he resigned himself to serving as her car when he wasn't needed by the Autobots. Wendy nicknamed him Muffy, a name Muffler thought was better suited to a dog. Hasbro had also requested that he not be a broken-down, problem-ridden car, which again I think was probably so that the Volkswagen toy wouldn't seem unappealing to kids. So instead, Muffler's personality was tweaked to make him a lovable dork, whose constant bumbling and mishaps were the product of his own klutziness. Multiple pieces of art of Muffler were created to accompany the second Bible, depicting the character getting up to a variety of goofy antics that really painted a picture of a silly, light-hearted show, in pretty sharp contrast to the very sinister premise that the story was now built around. The illustrations feature an original design for Muffler, which looks nothing like the Bumblebee toy. But even if this version of the show had been made, it's very unlikely he'd have actually looked like this. He was meant to be Bumblebee, after all, and Marvel had already created character models for Bee and the other Transformers for use in commercials and in the 3-part miniseries that this show would have used as well. Interestingly, though, these drawings of Muffler do resemble a different toy. The transforming Volkswagen Beetle released the previous year in the Japanese toy line Machine Robo, which in 1984 would become part of Transformers' rival series, GoBots, as the evil Bug Bite. The art isn't a perfect match for the toy, but some of the small, precise details, particularly the claw hands and the distinctive 3 notches cut into the forearms, match so closely, you do have to wonder if the unknown Marvel Productions artist behind these pieces really was working off of reference material of the raw Volkswagen. No claw hands and the distinctive released the previous year in the Japanese toy line Machines and in the 3-part miniseries that this show would have used as well. Interestingly, though, these drawings of Muffler do resemble a different toy. The transforming Volkswagen Beetle released the previous year in the Japanese toy line Machine Robo, which in 1984 would become part of Transformers' rival series, GoBots, as the evil Bug Bite. The art isn't a perfect match for the toy, but some of the small, precise details, particularly the claw hands and the distinctive 3 notches cut into the forearms, match so closely, you do have to wonder if the unknown Marvel Productions artist behind these pieces really was working off of reference material of the raw transforming yellow Volkswagen toy. Speaking of Muffler's color, in the art and in one line of the Bible, he's yellow, which you'd expect given that he's based on Bumblebee. But at other points in the Bible, and in the pilot script that Scott would go on to write, more on that in a minute, he was said to be pink, playing up his role as...
When it comes to our most vulnerable children, we rely on trusted adults to guide and support them. But what happens when one of those adults turns out to be a predator?
Columbus Police, you got a warrant. Keep your hands where we can see them. You're under arrest.
With Speed.
In the summer of 2023, a desperate mother sought out therapy for her troubled child. But within just a few months, that therapist would betray her vow to do no harm and to help these vulnerable, troubled children by preying on and assaulting one of her 13-year-old patients. And if that wasn't bad enough, after she was caught, she showed up at that child's house with a gun. She threatened to murder his mother.
She's like, I got a gun, and I
Stupid!
You're ready for what? What's going on? She's like, I want to kill you. I want to kill me.
And then she would try and claim that after all of that, that she was actually the victim, and her child patient was the one that had assaulted her and was abusing her.
I can't sleep at night because all I picture is what he did and what he said to me every night.
Street
And now I
whore.
have to be locked up like a f***ing dog, like I'm an animal and treated like shit.
This is a very wild story that I haven't seen a lot of people talking about, so we're going to dive right in. My name is Brianna, and I'm hot on the case. My name is Brianna,
Suck my slut!
and I'm hot on the case.
Suck my fucking dick.
Peyton Shires was born on October 6, 1999, and grew up in Mount
Now
Sterling,
fuck
Ohio.
up and take that
Not
point.
a whole lot is known about Peyton's early life, and you know that I hate
Bitch,
not
you
being
suck
able
my
to give
fucking
background
dick.
information on the people that we are talking about, but I really tried to dig through anywhere I could think of, and I just couldn't find much. I do know that at about 19 years old, Peyton started dating
God
Nicholas
damn it.
Rafter, a guy that was about 3 years older than her.
Suck my fucking
And their
dick.
relationship got serious very, very
Suck my
fast. It actually
motherfucking
wasn't
dick.
long until they found out that Peyton was pregnant. They stuck it out though, and together they would pose for cute
With
pregnancy photos, holding up
spit.
Peyton's
That's a
ultrasounds,
goddamn dick,
and
guy.
they even planned to get married. Nick planned
Now buck
this
up and overlook this so I can dick up that
proposal
fucking
for
kid.
Peyton, where she said
God
yes.
fucking
And by
damn
the
it.
time that Peyton was 21 years old and Nick was 24, it really seemed like they
Suck
were
my
set.
fucking dick.
They were engaged. They owned a home together. They had 3 dogs, and their son Parker was 1 year old. Peyton
Suck
really
my
thought
whore
that she
ass-
had
suck
this
my
perfect
whore ass
life,
dick.
and she would post online all the time about her perfect life and family. But you can never really trust what people post online, because behind closed doors, this couple had some serious skeletons in their closet. In 2016, when Peyton's fiance Nick was 19 years old, he was arrested for
Don't even think
a
about it, slut.
14-year-old girl. He was charged with
God
sexual
fucking damn it.
battery and sexual conduct with a minor. Police allege that he either drugged or supplied this 14-year-old girl with alcohol before forcing himself on her and assaulting her. He would
God
take
damn
a
it.
plea deal, though, and he pled guilty to the lesser charge of
God
child
damn it.
endangerment, where he was sentenced to 4 years and
God
11 months in prison, but was released after
Come on, you
serving
slut.
only 9 months. And it is absolutely insane that Peyton's fiance Nick was arrested for very similar charges that she would also soon be
Fuck you.
arrested for. After Nick was done serving his 9 months, he was sentenced to 5 years of supervised release. And after this is when Nick met and started dating Peyton. So since he's on
Bitch
supervised
suck a
release,
dick.
I can only assume that Peyton was aware of that and what
Just
Nick
suck a
was
dick, you
charged
fucking
with.
bitch.
In 2022, 1 year before Peyton was arrested for a child, she posted on social media hashtag save the children, and then dead pedophiles don't reoffend. Very ironic considering what her fiance was charged with just a few years ago, and what
Dead
she
pedophiles
will be
don't
charged
reoffend.
with only 1 year later. Peyton claims that considering what dead pedophiles don't reoffend. Very ironic considering what her fiance was charged with for a child. She posted on social media hashtag save the children, and then dead pedophiles don't reoffend. Very ironic considering what her fiance was
Now
charged
fuck up
with
and overlook
just
this right
a few
here.
years ago, and what
God
she
damn
will
it.
be charged with only 1 year later. Peyton claims that she always knew that she
God.
wanted to work with children. She went to
God
Ohio
damn
State
it.
where she got her bachelor's and her master's in social work. She then went on to go through a program to get her social work license, which she did get in June of 2023. And then immediately after, Peyton got her first job in her career, which was very, very exciting for her. Peyton was hired by the National Youth Advocate Program as a school
Bitch,
social
suck my
worker.
motherfucking
The
dick.
National Youth Advocate Program seems like they try to do a lot of cool stuff. They offer counseling, prevention, intervention, and they even placed children in foster homes. As a school social worker, Peyton was essentially a mental health professional that was the link between the school and the student's family, and together they would help the student overcome social, emotional, and behavioral barriers that would get in the way of the student's learning. Essentially, she was a therapist for very vulnerable and troubled children. And she was assigned to, I believe, over a dozen different children in her first few months on the job, which included
if you move here, I'm gonna ear your rook.
This boy's identity has not been released to the public. For the sake of this episode, we are going to refer to him as James. Unfortunately, I do not know much about James, and most of what I do know about him only comes directly from Peyton. So take this all with a grain of salt, because what I mostly know about him only comes directly from his abuser. James allegedly did not have a good life, and he did not have a good upbringing, and he came from, quote, a bad environment. And he was very, very troubled. And because of this, he walked out a lot at home, but especially in school, when he even bothered to show up for class. Peyton would claim that James would claim that James would not show up for school so much that for the first 3 weeks or so of his school year, he didn't even have a schedule because they didn't even know that he was like a student. Again, that comes directly from her.
I don't know how the school didn't know he was leaving all the time. He was always leaving the school.
And she looks
His friends, they would just walk out of the building.
The school just didn't care?
No, I would go into school the first.
There's the smelly Shelly. Which
his friends, they would just walk out of the building.
The school just didn't care?
No, I would go into school the first time I ever went into the school. They didn't even have a schedule for him. They didn't even know where he was.
Is it one of those charter schools?
Yes.
So it was James's mother that reached out to get help for her son, and the hope would be that they would tackle these issues now while he's still young. And between June and September of 2023, Peyton would have these one-on-one counseling meetings with James to try and overcome whatever was bothering James. And it seems like most of the times that they would have these one-on-one meetings, these counseling sessions, would be at the school, but they were also happening in a lot of other places. Or at least James and Peyton were hanging out and meeting up for different reasons outside of school. Like sometimes Peyton would take James out on day trips, just the two of them in Peyton's car. She would take him to different places, she would buy him things, even really expensive shoes and clothes, and she would actually admit that she was seeing James at least 3 to 5 times every single week.
Please fuck up and bring this poem down here.
If she was doing this for her other 12 patients, but it definitely doesn't seem like it. And there were certainly things that Peyton was doing with James that were not a part of her job description. On top of buying this 13-year-old boy a bunch of expensive gifts, Peyton was taking James places to take pictures of him for his Instagram. She would also vape with him. She claims that before meeting James, she never vaped before, but she would vape with her 13-year-old patient. She's a therapist, don't forget that. And it also definitely would not surprise me if Peyton is the one that's actually purchasing these vapes for James, because James is not old enough to buy them himself. James also rarely had his cell phone with him because his mom would often take it as a form of discipline. So when James had his therapy sessions with Peyton, Peyton would actually give him her cell phone so James could text his friends and go on social media.
He kept using my work phone to get on social media and stuff, and he wouldn't have his phone and get it taken away all the time for getting suspended.
Like when you were together, he would use your phone?
Mm-hmm.
Peyton has only been this child's therapist for a few.
He would use your phone?
His phone, he can get it taken away all the time for getting suspended.
Like when you were together, he would use your phone?
Mm-hmm.
Peyton has only been this child's therapist for a few months. We're talking 3 months, and she's already crossed so many boundaries. She's only had this job for 3 months, and she's already crossed so many boundaries. Peyton is seeing James multiple times a week outside of their scheduled counseling hours. She's buying him loads of expensive presents, which is a telltale sign of an adult trying to groom a minor. She's going behind this mother's back and vaping with her 13-year-old patient, and she's giving him access to her cell phone after his mother took his away. James's mother is already pretty weirded out about the relationship that her child has with his therapist, but those worries got even more concerning by the end of September, about 4 months into her child seeing this therapist. One of James's friends was having a birthday party at one of those trampoline parks, and James was grounded. He asked his mom if he could go to this birthday party, and his mom said that he could not go. So what does James's therapist do? Peyton picks him up and takes him to this birthday party and drops him off at a birthday party that he's not allowed to be at behind his mother's back. Absolutely insane. And remember, she's also like doing all of this, like spending all of her free time with a child while she has a fiance and a 4-year-old son at home. So after James's mom learns that James went to this birthday party that he wasn't allowed to be at, and that his therapist was the one that went behind her back and took him to this birthday party, she complains about Peyton to Peyton's employer on September 22nd, 2023. And she lists off that this adult, her child's therapist, is hanging out with her child outside of their scheduled counseling, that she's buying him a bunch of expensive presents, giving him her cell phone when he's not supposed to have a cell phone, and is now taking him to places that he's not allowed to go behind her back. Any parent would be extremely concerned about that relationship with their child and an adult that they hired and are supposed to trust. Yeah, that shit's crazy. Now, as far as I can tell, the National Youth Advocate Program didn't really do much with James's. As far as I can tell, the National Trust. Yeah, that shit's crazy. Now, as far as I can tell, the National Youth Advocate Program didn't really do much with James's mother's concerns. I could 100% be wrong, but James's mother on this day did decide to pull James out of their program and ended the sessions that Peyton would have with James. She did not trust Peyton anymore, and she did not want Peyton to be her son's therapist. So now you would think if Peyton is not James's therapist anymore, that they have no reason to see each other and they would no longer be seeing each other. But you would be wrong.
Come on, you whore.
Peyton still keeps seeing James, even though she has no responsibility to be seeing him anymore. There's no obligation for her to be seeing James, but she still is. And at this point, his mother is at wit's end. She feels like she's tried to keep her child away from Peyton, and that there's definitely something suspicious going on, but she just doesn't have enough evidence to prove it. And she tries and goes to Peyton's employer, but as far as we know, they did not investigate these concerns. So what is James's mother to do now? Well, on September 27th, 2023, this was one of the days that James's mother had James's cell phone. She decides that she's going to go through it. There weren't many messages between Peyton and James on the cell phone. It does appear that he had been deleting their text messages, but there was one message that Peyton had recently sent to James that he did not have a chance to delete. And this text message instantly concerned James's mother. It read, "Did you delete the video yet? We have to make sure that your mother doesn't see it." Well, after reading that, James's mother immediately calls the police, and then she hands her son's phone over to the police. Whatever video Peyton wanted to make sure James deleted had already been deleted, but they were able to recover the video just a few days later. And this video was of 23-year-old Peyton Shires engaging in some sort of sexual act with 13-year-old James. The true content of this video is debated. Pretty much every single article I read about this case describes the video as Peyton full-on statutory
I take that back.
James.
I
But
dicked
then
up that
I
fucking
watched
poem.
Peyton's
Suck my
2-hour-plus
motherfucking dick.
interrogation, and in this interrogation, she says that this video just shows her performing an act on James. Either way, this is a video of an adult sexually abusing a minor, and it is absolutely disgusting, and to be honest, doesn't really change the outcome of this case at all. Before making an arrest, police did want a confession out of Peyton, so they decided to have James's mother call Peyton and confront Peyton on this phone call, and then the police were like listening in on the phone call.
I don't know how, like, I don't even know what to say. I know we're not supposed to be talking to each other. I really don't even know what to say.
I really don't know what to say either. I never expected, like, any of this to, like, happen. I don't know, like, what he's told you, but...
He told me everything. He told me that he has video of you guys having sex. He told me that the day that I was flipping out about the party that you guys had sex in at the mall, and he told me the day that you picked him up, you guys had sex too. And I'm like, I don't understand that. I don't know. So could you be pregnant?
No.
Do I have to worry about that?
No.
Did you guys use protection?
The first time. There was only 2 times. I don't... The first time at the mall wasn't...
It wasn't intercourse. He said that. He said that it wasn't intercourse at the mall.
Yeah, I said no. And that I couldn't do that. And, yeah. I didn't know that he recorded me until his friends called me.
It was a really tough situation.
I mean, like...
Come on, dick sucker. Suck my fucking
The only
dick.
thing that I know is CPS involved.
How did CPS get involved?
I don't know something about the school. I got a meeting with the school on Tuesday. Because I just want to help for him.
And Peyton surprisingly doesn't deny what she's being confronted with at all. She admits to having this relationship with her son, and she's apologizing over and over again, and she said that she never meant for something like this to happen. She said that it's over, it won't happen again, and she begs James's mother to not go to the police too late. But she didn't know that, I guess, at the time. So on October 6th, 2023, the day after that phone call, police went to arrest the now 24-year-old Peyton Shires. This day was actually Peyton's 24th birthday. She was at James's home, trying to return some of James's belongings when the police show up, and they put her in handcuffs and arrest her. And since it was her birthday, at her home waiting to celebrate with her were her parents, her fiancé, and her 4-year-old son, who had no idea that Peyton would not be showing up for her own birthday party because she was being arrested for statutory rape.
Columbus Police, you got a warrant.
Because she was being arrested for statutory rape.
Columbus Police, you got a warrant. Keep your hands where we can see them. You're under arrest. You got others? Yes, secure that.
Yeah, do that.
Thank you. You got anything on? You got a gun or anything?
Do you have any weapons on you?
You ready for a cruiser? Okay, we'll go back here, away from... Have a seat right where you got a gun on you? You gotta have to speak to us, you understand? No, we have to make sure you don't have a gun. We can answer that.
God damn it.
Okay, well, we'll make sure. Have a seat. Have a seat. She's gonna be taking you, switching your cuffs out, searching it, okay? Are you gonna get sick? Get sick on the ground before you don't on the cruiser, okay?
And at the police station, Peyton asks for a lawyer and she refuses to speak with detectives. But the detectives did warn Peyton that when she is released on bond, she is not to have any contact with James or his family. And if she does, that she could be arrested again for intimidating a witness. So she's fully aware that she's not supposed to be having any contact with this family.
Peyton, we're almost ready to head out. But there's something important I want to tell you real quick, and I'm going to explain why. But you are not to have any contact with, I don't want you to have contact with, I don't want you to have contact any of the sisters, anybody in the family, because that's going to be seen as you intimidating a witness, okay? And that's a felony charge. And so if you have contact with them, we will know about it. We will find out, and then that could be an additional charge, and I don't want that for you, okay?
Peyton was released on a $500,000 bond just 6 days later on October 12, 2023, and only 2 weeks later, on October 26, 2023, Peyton Shires returns to James's family home once again, but this time with a gun. Luckily, at the time, none of James's family members were at his home when Peyton got there. But when she got there, she actually cut their security camera. They had a Ring doorbell, so she could not be recorded doing whatever she was going to do next. Peyton then calls up James's mother, who, like I said, was not home. Peyton tells her that she's at her house and that was going to do next. They had a Ring doorbell, so she could not be recorded. She actually cut their security camera. They had a Ring doorbell, so she could not be recorded doing whatever she was going to do next. Peyton then calls up James's mother, who, like I said, was not home. Peyton tells her that she's at her house and that she was waiting for her there with a gun, and she was going to kill her, and then she was going to kill herself because James and his family ruined Peyton's life. James's mother is obviously terrified, so she calls the police.
And she started telling me about her. So, as she's talking, and I'm trying to get the phone to my daughter, she's like, I got a gun, and I'm ready. And I'm like, you're ready for what? What's going on? She's like, I want to kill you. I was looking at me, and I'm just getting I'm sorry. I'm talking to dispatch, but I'm still trying to hear what she's saying with my daughter sitting there. And then I got in the car, and I can hear the whole time we were on the phone, she was just screaming like, I should kill you. I don't. Something about my son, like your son being in my life.
And I just want to make sure it's clear. When she initially called you and you said, where you at, did she say she was here at your place, or is she up?
She said at home, and I said home where? You're at your house or you're at my house? She's at the house, sitting on. She said she was sitting on the porch with a gun, and she was waiting for me.
Police show up, and Peyton is just sitting on James's family's front porch. She has the gun up to her head, and her finger was on the trigger, and she was threatening to kill herself if they came closer. SWAT had to be called in, and Peyton had a 3-hour-plus standoff with the SWAT team and with the police, right outside her child victim's family home. Insane. And at some point, the gun was fired, but luckily no one was harmed, and she was once again brought down to the police station and was questioned by police. But this time, she had a lot to say.
No!
The interrogation was over 2 hours long. I listened to the entire thing, so you don't have to. And this is sort of a summary and my takeaways from the interrogation. When it starts, Peyton is absolutely inconsolable. She's hysterically crying. She's gagging like she's about to throw up. And for a majority of the first half of the interrogation, Peyton has her head down on the table with like a black hood up. And her hands are behind her back, zip tied. And that's like the first hour.
Come on, dick sucker.
And the second 2 times was mainly because you were trying, you felt I'm sorry. Peyton, I know this is hard. I just want to make sure I have a good understanding about everything.
Oh, nigger!
course, Peyton does not want to explain herself because she says that the police officers don't care about her and they don't care what she has to say. They just want to arrest her and throw her in a cage again. Goodbye. She even asks the officers, would you arrest anyone else that had been by someone? And this statement is her alluding to the fact that she claims 13-year-old James and not the other way around. She tells detectives that they are just assuming what happened and they don't know all of the facts.
Would you arrest anyone else that has been raped by someone?
That's Peyton, we don't understand your story. We don't understand what has happened to you, and that's what we're here for, is to understand and have you tell us, okay, so that we can help, so you can help us understand what's happened. I don't know what happened in your history. I don't know your past. Okay?
Not!
Dumbass.
And that's what we're here.
Because I wanted to die, and now I'm here.
We don't want you to die, Peyton. I don't want you to get hurt.
She was also really mad because when she was brought into custody after her 3-hour-long standoff with SWAT, they told her that if she came with them, they would not bring her back to jail and instead would take her to a hospital. But here she is, sitting in jail, and she's really upset because they lied to her, and now she's sitting at a police station about to be charged with something else, and they don't care about her, and nobody cares about her. And that the police just want to make her look like someone she's not, and she says that she would never touch a kid.
Don't care about me. Nobody does.
Hey,
Nobody knows what happened. You just want to assume everything.
Dumbass
cunt. Make me look like someone I'm not. I've never
Okay, well so we're not even talking about that right now, okay? What I am concerned about is what happened today. That's what we're going to talk about. That's what we'd like to do, is start by talking about that, all right? But we can talk about your past.
Change that all, but you can change that all. How? But there's a wild thing going on.
And I want to give you the opportunity.
But you can change that all. How? By coming and giving your life,
so that we can understand where you're coming from,
how? By coming and giving your life to Christ tonight.
And even though the police have a video of
but you
her
can change that
in some
all.
way
How?
sexually
But you can
assaulting a
change that all.
child, she
How?
says that that's not what
But you
happened.
can change that all.
So the police
How?
ask her, what did happen? You know, tell us your side of the story. You're already here. Peyton is very upset still that she's been arrested. She says that nothing bad ever happens to the people that hurt me, so why are bad things happening to me?
But you can change that
She
all.
said
How?
in
But there's a
prison,
wild thing
she had to
on my
relive
knee.
everything, quote, he did to me. This
Suck
is
my
the first
slut.
time also that she straight up just says that James is actually the one that was sexually abusing and assaulting her, not the other way around.
Shit.
Peyton also absolutely denies going to James's mother's house to murder his mother. She denies even threatening to kill his mom. She said that she just wanted to tell his mom her side of the story, and she only brought the gun with her because she planned to kill herself at James's house, but she wasn't going to hurt anyone else.
About today, when you went over there and you had the gun, and I know that we had the SWAT officers right there. They were talking to you, trying to get you to come down because obviously they didn't want you to hurt yourself. And you fired the gun off. Why did you fire the gun off?
I didn't know if the safety was on or not.
So you were just checking to see if the safety was on, to see if it would go off on her? Had you ever shot a gun before?
Yes.
Okay, so you kind of, not that one, but you've shot guns before, so you have a kind of a basic understanding then of how to load a gun.
I mean, you have to understand that going over to house with a gun, you know, I mean,
Get that slutty night out of here.
But that's not how she felt, you know. I mean, you had SWAT officers out there for hours.
Stupid!
I don't want to go through this anymore. I don't want to think about it anymore. Now everyone just wants my story.
Now, this next section is Peyton's side of the story. How much, if any of this is true, I don't know. A lot of her story does directly contradict statements made by James, his family, and information that the police has released. So part of what she's saying here might be true, but it definitely does not seem like all of it is true. So that's just a little warning, disclaimer. Saying here might information that the police has released. So part of what she's saying here might be true, but it definitely does not seem like all of it is true. So that's just a little warning, disclaimer. But yeah, this is Peyton's side of the story. Peyton claims that during her counseling sessions with James, they got very, very close, that she cares about James a lot, that she loves him, and that she feels really bad for him because he had a very hard life. She would buy him things and give him whatever he wanted and do whatever he said because she felt so bad for him and he trusted her, so she was worried if she said no to him, that James would think that he had no one in his life that he could trust. And she also didn't like it when James was mad at her. She would also say that her trauma response is people-pleasing, so whatever this boy wanted her to do, she would just do it because she thought she cared about him and loved him so much and felt so bad for him because XYZ. Peyton claims that the first time anything happened between them was when she dropped James off at that friend's birthday party at the trampoline park. They were in her car and James wanted to kiss her and hook up with her. Peyton claims that she tried to say no at first, but she eventually gave in because she felt bad for him and she cared for him a lot, and she didn't want to hurt his feelings, and she didn't want James to be mad at her. She says at this point, quote, "I see him like my little brother. I wasn't supposed to see him like that," which is a very interesting choice of words. It almost seems like a Freudian slip to me. She doesn't say, "I don't see him like that." She says, "I wasn't supposed to see him like that," like kind of implying maybe she did see him like that, but knew that
this is boring as shit.
Wasn't supposed to. She then says, quote,
"All right, let's go. Number 15, the silence of 13.8 billion years. In 1950, physicist Enrico Fermi sat down to lunch at Los Alamos National Laboratory with a group of colleagues and asked a question so simple it felt almost embarrassing. If intelligent life is probable, where is everybody? The universe is 13.8 billion years old. A civilization traveling at just 1% of the speed of light could cross the entire Milky Way in roughly 10 million years. We have had 13.8 billion years of chances. The silence is total. Before we can understand percent of the speed of light could cross 8 billion years old. Probable? Where is it? And asked a question so simple it felt almost embarrassing. If intelligent life is probable, where is everybody? The universe is 13.8 billion years old. A civilization traveling at just 1% of the speed of light could cross the entire Milky Way in roughly 10 million years. We have had 13.8 billion years of entire Milky Way. A civilization traveling at just 1% of the speed of light could cross the entire Milky Way in roughly 10 million years. We have had 13.8 billion years of chances. The silence is total. Before we can understand why space might be full of dead civilizations, we need to understand why that silence is so strange. In 1961, astronomer Frank Drake developed his now famous equation at a conference in Green Bank, West Virginia, attempting to estimate the number of communicative civilizations in our galaxy. The numbers, even using conservative assumptions, suggested tens of thousands of potential civilizations within the Milky Way alone. Scientists expected noise. They expected signals. They expected something. Instead, SETI, the search for extraterrestrial intelligence, has been scanning the sky since Frank Drake's Project Ozma in April of 1960. And in over 6 decades of listening, we have found essentially nothing. The Milky Way is 100,000 light years across. Even accounting for the vast distances involved, a sufficiently motivated civilization expanding outward would leave traces visible across the galaxy. We see none, not a signal, not a megastructure, not a single unambiguous sign. This absence has a name. The Fermi paradox is not merely a curiosity for late-night philosophy discussions. It is a genuine scientific problem that has generated dozens of serious academic papers and competing hypotheses. Each proposed solution carries its own disturbing implication. Either intelligent life is extraordinarily rare, or something reliably prevents it from making itself known, or something reliably destroys it before it can. All three possibilities are unsettling in different ways. The silence of 13.8 billion years is where this list begins, because every item that follows is an attempt to explain it, and the explanations, one by one, are worse than the silence itself. Number 14, the rare earth problem. In the year 2000, paleontologist Peter Ward and astronomer Donald Brownlee, both at the University of Washington,
You suck my goddamn dick, bitch. You suck my goddamn dick, bitch. You suck my goddamn dick, bitch. You suck my goddamn dick. You suck my goddamn dick, bitch. You suck my goddamn dick, bitch. You suck my goddamn dick, bitch. You suck my goddamn dick. You suck my goddamn dick, bitch. You suck my goddamn dick, bitch. You suck my goddamn dick, bitch. You suck my goddamn dick. You suck my goddamn dick, bitch. You suck my goddamn dick, bitch. You suck my goddamn dick, bitch. You suck my goddamn dick. You suck my goddamn dick, bitch. You suck my goddamn dick, bitch. You suck my goddamn dick, bitch. You suck my goddamn dick. You suck my goddamn dick, bitch. You suck my goddamn dick, bitch. You suck my goddamn dick, bitch. You suck my goddamn dick. You suck my goddamn dick, bitch. You suck my goddamn dick, bitch. You suck my goddamn dick, bitch. You suck my goddamn dick. You suck my goddamn dick, bitch. You suck my goddamn dick, bitch. You suck my goddamn dick, bitch. You suck my goddamn dick. You suck my goddamn dick, bitch. You suck my goddamn dick, bitch. You suck my goddamn dick, bitch. You suck my goddamn dick. You suck my goddamn dick, bitch. You suck my goddamn dick, bitch. You suck my goddamn dick, bitch. You suck my goddamn dick. You suck my goddamn dick, bitch. You suck my goddamn dick, bitch. You suck my goddamn dick, bitch. You suck my goddamn dick. You suck my goddamn dick, bitch. You suck my goddamn dick, bitch. You suck my goddamn dick, bitch. You suck my goddamn dick. You suck my goddamn dick, bitch. You suck my goddamn dick, bitch. You suck my goddamn dick, bitch. You suck my goddamn dick. You suck my goddamn dick, bitch. You suck my goddamn dick, bitch. You suck my goddamn. Bitch, you suck my motherfucking dick. Suck my. God damn it. God fucking damn it. God fuck it. God damn it. God damn it. God damn it. You stupid motherfucker. Suck my fucking dick. Suck my motherfucking dick. You suck my motherfucking dick. Suck my dick, bitch. Bitch, you suck my dick, bitch. You suck my dick. Bitch, you suck my. Bitch, you suck my dick, bitch. God fucking damn it. God damn it. Suck my fucking dick. Suck my dick. Now fuck up and move that fucking knife right here, you son of a bitch. Suck my fucking dick. Suck my dick. Suck my motherfucking dick, but you suck my dick. Bitch, you suck my dick, bitch. Suck my dick. Bitch, you suck my fucking dick. Bitch, you suck my motherfucking dick. Bitch, you suck my fucking dick. Bitch, you suck my dick.
Published a book that quietly dismantled one of science's most comforting assumptions. The book was called Rare Earth, and its central...
I'm protecting my daughter, and no one will ever touch my daughter ever.
Okay, well, certainly someone's trying, and they have.
I have an Instagram page just focused on fetish.
I basically like to be baby. He's my daddy.
Okay.
I basically like to be baby. He's my daddy.
Okay. Closet full of diapers? Yep. Oh yeah. And other ABDL stuff. There's a whole array of stuff. Like it's not just diapers. There's everything that you can think of. Interesting.
He sometimes will get diapered with me, but he's like a diaper lover.
I wore diapers in interviews to relax.
God fucking
damn it. I call it my good luck charm.
On April 16, 2025, officers investigate the unsettling claim that unthinkable images of a 4-year-old child are circulating online. What they ultimately discover goes beyond the disturbing initial report, revealing one of the vilest cases Lake Stevens, Washington has ever seen.
You said you have hundreds of fetishes. That's not...
It's not one that I'm against or share. Basically, it's... I don't judge people.
The following is based on official police records, and the footage has never been seen before until now. Please note that all persons charged with a crime are presumed innocent unless and until proven guilty in a court of law. Following a cyber tip regarding a disturbing image being shared online, 46-year-old Jonathan John Whitwell and 32-year-old Larissa Jordan were stopped by police while shopping at the Safeway in Lake Stevens, Washington. John was approached first.
I'm just confused. What's going on? I know. But I don't understand what's...
It's okay, we'll get it all cleared up for you.
You're gonna transport this guy to the PD? So I'm not trying to have issues.
Alright, take a seat.
I have a hard time. And I'm super claustrophobic. Oh, God.
Go ahead, take a seat.
Can you roll the windows down?
I can do that. You need to take a seat first.
Severe claustrophobia, which is why...
Are you Jonathan?
John?
Jonathan? Okay.
John. I'm John.
Alright.
Can you please not shut the door yet? I'm serious. I have severe claustrophobia. Seriously. I'm not trying to fight.
Just to let you know you're already not even recording, okay?
Okay.
Just so you know.
That's okay. I'm serious
I'm
about
gonna open the window. I'm not gonna leave the door open.
John's fiancée Larissa was approached separately.
I got it. I'll take it.
Can I say goodbye to
What?
Stand by.
The couple who were engaged share a 4-year-old daughter who's still inside the grocery store. She's being watched over by a few officers while they wait for a CPS worker to arrive.
Hi! Is your name... I love that name.
Is that your friend? Did you just meet him? Yeah? Tell me about your blankie.
Mom's staying here.
Mom's staying here? Yeah, she... Just for a little bit. We'll, yeah. Just for a little bit.
She's in the police car.
Yeah. Yep.
The car's moving.
The car is moving.
Is it moving?
It's moving. Yeah. We came to help. Your mom helped take care of you for a little bit.
Where is she?
No, I think she went to the police station.
Yeah, I think she went back to the police station.
Neither John nor Larissa were given many details about why they were being detained before they were escorted to the police station to speak with investigators.
Alright, go ahead, step out.
The couple's toddler is also taken to the police station, where she'll wait for her parents' interviews to conclude.
And we can wrap up your blanket.
Yeah.
There you go. Perfect.
Yeah, I can hold on to it.
Oh my gosh. Oh, look, there's a cat.
Dude! Kiss that night goodbye, slut.
First and foremost,
kiss that slutty night goodbye, slut.
You are being audio and video recorded, so that's happening. And then before we start, I want to read you your Miranda rights, okay?
After hearing her Miranda rights, Larissa agrees to speak with them.
I'm sorry, I'm shaking.
No.
You caught me when I was going to get my rent check, and we have no clue what this is about. And my fiance's mental retarded, and I know he's freaking out right now, and I don't want him to get arrested. And
John was brought into his own interrogation room right next door to Larissa's, where he was also read his rights. This, however, doesn't go over quite as smoothly.
Do you understand each of these rights as I've explained them to you?
Yeah, I think so. I do have disabilities, so I do have issues understanding. No, I can't read. I have like a third grade read. I have horrible.
Do you want me to read them again and slower?
I think
Come on, slut.
I mean, I just have to. If something I have an issue with it, I just say.
So it's really important that you understand. So I'm going to go ahead and read them one more time. Now that I know that, I won't rush through them so fast. Okay. Yeah. Do you understand each of these rights as I've explained it to you?
Yes, I have a question now.
Okay.
God damn it.
Do I have to state any of this stuff?
God fucking
if I
damn
don't state anything or whatever, is my alternative jail? Or can I go home?
No, that's not how that works.
Oh, okay.
Yes, this is the life.
Okay, I thought it was like I'm freaking out because I'm so nervous.
No, it's not like if you don't talk to us then.
Yeah. Okay, that's why I'm like freaking out.
What is, can I
My
ask?
disability? I don't know the exact statements, but it's like, and I don't get Social Security anymore right now because I'm in the process of trying to get back. But I have some kind of mental retardation. I don't know the exact terms. I have a hard time.
You're retarded.
Comprehending stuff. Understanding some things, reading things, stuff like that.
With this clarified, John agrees to waive his Miranda rights and speak with
retard.
Deep breaths, okay?
You flaming retard.
You mentioned that you want John to get arrested. Why did you say that?
he's mentally disabled.
You don't get arrested for that.
No, every time we've had problems, it's always been like fighting and something that both of us have been a part of. And
suck my dick.
I guess I just don't want him to go to jail because I don't know what's going on right now, and I can't take care of him if either one of us are in jail.
Can't take care of John?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're just worried about him going to jail for something that you don't know about because just the way he is, or?
Are you afraid he's in trouble for something?
Yeah.
What do you think?
I have no clue. Why would I be here, though?
With Larissa beginning to calm down, the detectives gather background information. She states that she's employed at the Big 5 sporting goods store in Everett, and that John isn't currently working, so he stays home and cares for their 4-year-old daughter. Larissa often goes by the name Rue, which she'll be referred to occasionally during both her and John's interviews. John also has a nickname and is sometimes called Irish.
Am I allowed to take this off?
Yeah. Yeah, something else underneath that.
Yeah. When I get nervous.
Irish.
Am I allowed to take this off?
Yeah. Yeah, something else underneath that.
Yeah. When I get when I get nervous and anxious, I just
The reason that we brought you in here to talk to us is we had a report come in about some online activities that had to do with an account that's potentially associated with you. So...
Yeah, because somebody said something about investigation. I'm like, online account investigation? I'm like, okay, everything I do online is... I'll be surprised.
Larissa has also been informed about the nature of the investigation and has begun listing some of her internet activity.
I've had Kik for 10 years. I do talk on Snapchat, and I definitely need to check ages if this is happening, because no.
God damn it.
How do you mean?
That game I win is the last game.
I'll talk on Snapchat, and we'll just have conversations. Conversation after conversation.
Okay. Tell me more about that. What kind of conversations are you having?
A lot of them are talking about, like, shows or what are you doing with your day. Occasionally there's a few dirty ones, but usually I'll be really good about, hey, what's your ASL?
Okay.
There's a few people I haven't recently, so I'm wondering if that's what this is about now.
I mean, you're on the right track. It definitely is related to online communication. That's what we're looking into. We have some safety concerns related to the investigation that have to do with your daughter specifically. And that's one of the reasons that we want to talk to you today. The warrant's going to cover electronic devices, so we're going to be able to look at that and get into that.
While Larissa and John are speaking with detectives, a search warrant is being conducted at the couple's apartment.
I think that's the blanket. Yeah. So do all your overalls in every room, and then we'll lay out blankets. We'll take photos. Okay. Because we're going to match those to photos from McNair. Okay. Good to go.
I know because of my work that there are some things that are kinks that people like us don't care about, and there are things that some people call kinks that are obviously illegal that involve kids.
Yes, and I've never involved a daughter in anything like that. I was at 5, so.
Okay. Does it surprise you?
Yes, and I've never involved a daughter in anything like that. I was at 5, so.
Okay. Does it surprise you to hear me say that? I'm not trying to alarm you, and I'm also not trying to keep secrets from you. I
thought it was because I was talking to someone who might have been 17 or something.
As Larissa reels from this new information, John discusses his activity online, including his Facebook and Instagram pages.
And what are you said kink ones? What are those for? They're just related to fetishes and kinks. Oh, okay. I mean, they specifically don't have any vanilla things to do with them. Sure, yeah, totally. When you said that, I was like, they're crooked or It's like FetLife. Yeah, okay. I have an Instagram page just focused on fetish. Yeah. And what kind of stuff are you posting on the kink? Just fetish. I'm into ABD. That's part of like I said, I have a bladder issue, and so it became a fetish at the same time. So I'm not afraid that. I have 1,700 people that follow me, and I've never been afraid. My family found out, they're like, oh, what the hell? Doesn't bug me. So ABDL? So like when I have, for instance, I have mental issues. ABDL stands for Adult Baby Diaper Lover. So you either in the little space, mentally, you just feel like your brain is so overpowered. Like today, for instance, sorry guys, I'm not trying to stress you. But when you have a mental issue day, sometimes just completely thinking about nothing else, it's mentally helped. I originally started wearing diapers because I had the bladder issue and I started leaking.
My kink, it scares me because that is something that I have to constantly be you're not allowed to be around, you're not allowed to see this kind of thing. Because my kink is being a baby myself.
Okay. So you do age play? Alright. And what kind of age play for you? Are
God damn it.
Pretending to be super young, or?
It's not necessarily a kink for me.
Okay.
For me, I regress into a smaller mindset because it helps me. It keeps me less anxious, I guess.
Okay, that makes sense.
And whenever I'm in my attire and stuff, it just calms me down.
Okay.
God.
But in the community that I'm in, it's really, you don't mix those two things. So
well, there's obviously a difference between age play and actual children.
Yeah.
That line can get blurry sometimes for people if you kind of lose your compass. Do you find yourself struggling with age play? Like you just said, I have to remind myself not to go too far. Did I misunderstand you?
I think you misunderstood.
Okay. That's why we're talking, so help me understand.
It's more so I'm not trying to go so deep in the mindset that I can't come out of the little kid headset.
Got it. Okay. Tell me about the
Suck my dick, bitch.
A lot of them are
suck my fucking dick.
Sound really weird because I don't look like the type of person that into this.
Suck my dick,
you will probably not surprise me.
Degrading, taste.
Suck my dick,
It's not the animal. It's the
size?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
They're cow breeding wounds, which is basically just a lot of people with ladies on cow milkers.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
I'm sorry for so much detail.
Oh my gosh, Dion, I actually really appreciate you being totally straight with me.
not trying to get in trouble, man.
I get that. Yeah. Do you think there's something you would get in trouble for?
No, if I'm being honest.
John also appears to be struggling to explain some of his kinks, now clarifying that he isn't aroused by diapers.
So then how does this diaper fetish work then?
God damn it.
It's all mental for me. It just makes me comfortable and relaxed. I wore diapers in interviews to relax.
Okay.
Literally.
So, but you said that...
In fact, I call it my good luck charm.
So but you said you and Rue kind of bonded over that common interest.
Oh yeah, that and other things, THC.
Sure. But, so, is it for her then, and for you it's just...
Well, I mean, it's not like we've never done anything, but I'm not really, that's not what we don't focus on that. You have a closet full of them.
Of diapers?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Do you know...
And other ABDL stuff. There's a whole array of stuff. Like, it's not just diapers, there's everything you can think of.
Interesting.
Toys that are this tall. You know, the stupid ring thing? The kids play with it are this tall. You know, the stupid ring thing? The kids play with it were this big, they make them this tall. They make cribs the size of this, bigger than this room, actually. We have one in our living room.
You have one right now?
We have one. It fell right.
In her interview, Larissa provides more detail.
I basically like to be babied. He's my daddy.
Okay, so he stays like an adult, but...
He sometimes will get diapered with me, but he's like a diaper lover.
Okay.
But,
No, it's totally fine. Like, there's no shame or shame. Go ahead, you guys.
Honestly, I think I get that it was not like that. Is there a component to that for you, or
sometimes because of the diapers, but
That's fine. I mean, like I said, it's not. There's no shame in that. I just don't know it, right? That's when I was asking the question. And then his age. You said sometimes he is the younger.
occasionally can be, but it's rare.
And what are your ranges again?
My ranges, when I'm really stressed, is infant to about 4.
Okay.
Whenever I am just kind of needing to de-stress a tiny bit, I'll get in like teen gear where it's like pigtails and kitten ears and stuff you go out in public with.
The detectives with John bring this line of questioning back to their daughter.
I mean, she's young. Does she even realize that it's unusual for you guys to wear diapers?
We don't do a bunch of crazy stuff in front of her. It's not like we're doing scenes in front of her or anything.
So where's she when that's happening?
What do you mean? We're not doing scenes. That's the thing. It's what I'm saying is we're wearing around like a pair. Our diapers are a pair of underwear. She's seen them, yes. I mean, there's a closet. I mean, she's gotten into the closet. She's 4. She gets into everything.
While it seems that Larissa and John have many interests in common, there are aspects of their relationship where they don't agree.
I don't know exactly everything she does outside of the house.
Okay, is that mutual? Like, are you cool with that?
Not exactly, but it's part of. We're in a poly relationship, so I'm like new to the poly.
Fucking damn it!
So she was poly before she met me.
Yeah.
Then she became monogamous, like what, 5-6 months into the relationship for me/us.
John explains that last year Larissa wanted their relationship to become polyamorous again.
I mean, it was an ultimatum, but yeah.
It was an ultimatum.
Yeah.
I mean, how does that make you feel? How does that make you feel now?
I struggle with that all the time.
Yeah.
Because of our daughter, that's the only reason.
God damn
it. My daughter is important, and the mother of my daughter is important. Those are the 2 most important things in my life.
Larissa's conversation about her online communication, specifically her use of the app Kik, returns to their daughter.
Has anyone ever asked you for pictures of...
Not in the groups.
Okay. How about one-on-one with people?
I've had a few one-on-one conversations, but most of them have been clean. None of them have been dirty about her.
Has anyone ever tried?
There's been a few people who've tried.
Okay.
But
tell me about those.
Just occasionally you'll find a dude who is like, oh, you're into DDLG, BDL, how's your kid? I'm like, no.
What do you say?
Fucking Christ.
Typically, I will either change the subject or just not report, but like ban their, block their little thing.
Like block them?
Yeah.
Okay.
This discussion appears to strike a nerve with Larissa. Though it may seem obvious why the topic bothers the mother, what exactly has her feeling emotional won't be clear until later.
Hey, you okay? Deep breath. You're doing great.
I'm just so anxious because this is...
Some guys will pay for that. Pay for pictures and stuff like that of your kids. Is that a surprise to hear? I mean...
It's not a surprise to hear, but yeah, I've never been paid for anything like that. The only thing I've ever been paid for was my ex-husband will pay for like alcohol for me.
Oh, okay.
That's it.
Have you ever sold yourself? Other than the time for alcohol?
Oh, myself?
Yeah. Yeah, okay. You've done your daughter?
God fucking damn it.
Ever. Alright. Have you ever taken them and then not sent them?
No.
Okay.
After beating around the bush for over an hour with John, the detectives finally dive deeper into why they're there.
Well, so then a little bit more about our investigation. Do you want to go into a little bit more?
Yeah, sure. So we got a report of an image of a child that was being shared through Kik.
There she is, this accidental picture.
Tell me about an accidental picture that might have
I don't know. I'm just saying, if it happened, I don't know about it. That's what I mean.
But do you have any idea how something like this would become associated with you? And I mean, so keep in mind,
Well, the ABDL thing, people link that stuff all the time. All the time, because they think it's some kind of child thing, or they think it's, so many people think that's foul. Wearing a diaper as an adult. I get blocked, deleted, and all that kind of stuff. It's just comes with the territory.
As their conversation continues, the detectives with Larissa inform her that the warrant includes a search of her phone.
What kinds of things will we find that you're aware of that we'll find?
A lot.
Okay.
Of me.
Of you?
A lot of me and a lot of videos I have saved up my group chats that people have sent.
Okay.
She's a goddamn Holy Ghost fucking
Any of that involve children?
Holy Ghost fucking Holy Ghost Christ.
Whatever, all that stuff is no problem. Like adult,
Holy Ghost.
Whatever. You can get as fetchy as you need to. Get as kinky as you want.
Holy
It really
Ghost.
doesn't involve us at all. It's just, obviously, if someone wants to harm a child, then that becomes a problem.
No, I would never ever harm a child.
When it comes to the reason why detectives are speaking with him, John appears to have a tough time accepting that it's even possible.
Like I said, I'm never away from that one kid.
Yeah, except for sometimes.
Rare. Very rare. We're talking about, do you know how long I'm at that store? 15, 20 minutes. It's Safeway.
Holy Ghost.
2 miles.
How long does it take to take a photo?
Holy Ghost.
Seconds, but I'm just saying, this photo is not...
John, I've seen the photo. It's...
Yeah.
I do the same kind of cases he does. I'm also internet crimes against children. And I've seen a lot of CSAM, and I saw the picture. It is 100%.
It's not, I don't know what it is, but to me, there's...
And I saw the picture. It is 100%. Saw the picture. It is 100%.
It's not, I don't know what it is, but to me, there's difference. So to me, the only way to be child for in your guys' definition and mine, the only way to be child is one, if she's trying to make money off of it. And I'm talking about not necessarily just a picture of her.
I'm not either.
What do you think should happen to folks who are into that,
It should be shot and killed.
And acting on it?
Acting on it definitely deserves something.
Like what?
Jail.
Okay.
It's not something I'm into. It's not something I've ever been into. I would never want anything on this.
Okay.
My whole family has been nothing but this kind of thing. I'm protecting my daughter. No one will ever touch my daughter ever.
Okay. Certainly someone's trying. And they have. Okay? And that is clearly someone close to you. And I'm not trying to be mean about it, but I want to protect her too. I do too.
Can I describe this picture for you?
Go for it. I still don't think we just don't want to like overwhelm you with it. Yeah.
Okay. It's a graphic photo. Okay.
And it was sent to somebody on Kick or something? Yeah, honestly, I don't even know anything about it.
How does it make you feel to know that on the internet?
God
It's there.
damn
It'll
it.
never come back.
What is that?
We cannot take it off the internet.
Oh.
It's out there now forever. How does that make you feel to know that?
It's gonna happen.
Just whatever.
Yeah, social media's gonna happen.
Jesus fucking
We
Christ.
threw it out the window the day it was invented.
Yeah.
I mean, I
Jesus
don't like
fucking
it or
Christ.
anything. It's gonna, but whether she, meaning my daughter, chose to do it in the future.
Right, this photo was not taken.
I know, I'm just saying that eventually I feel like it's gonna happen with social media.
Jesus fucking
But I'm talking about this specific image. I'm not talking
I
about
understand you're
this.
talking about this specific image, and I know what you're saying, and I already know you can't do about it.
Well,
So I am the type of person that thinks about things and I will forget about it in 20 minutes.
okay.
Because of my brain.
No, I mean, sure. I get that.
I also move on.
The detectives speaking with Larissa switch topics, returning to one of their earlier discussions.
Talk to me about fantasies.
Jesus fucking
My fantasies would get other people arrested. Well, it's...
Walk me through some of your fantasies. Or just, because we're talking about stuff, right?
Ma'am.
Like, what are some fantasies that you have?
You too.
I like the ideas of
Thank you.
myself only.
Okay.
Yes.
By who specifically? Anyone?
Yeah.
Basically, as long as they're old enough.
Okay. Tell me more about that fantasy.
I'll be laying there and I'll be like, okay, my throat is feeling weird, and I'll be like, oh, it'd be nice to just be choked right now, to be taken control of.
Yeah.
I'm always in control of everything, so I guess I just want to lose control.
Okay.
I know that sounds like really. If you check my kick, you'll see
I'm
that
not labeling anything at all. It's none of that stuff is a big deal. It's just trying to sort through how.
I'm not educated.
Okay.
You have demonstrated to us that you are a very loving and protective father. And you've said it yourself, you're obsessed with your daughter. She's your world. You've wanted her since you were born. And right now I'm telling you that she's being abused online, and you're just kind of, no.
She's not being abused online.
She's being
Dumbass.
She's being abused at home, and she's being exploited online. And you're just kind of whatever about it. So there's some inconsistencies with the John that we met earlier and the John that we're meeting right now. And that.
Well, because I know exactly what you guys try to do.
What's that?
Because I know. You're trying to take her away from her or her mom. And
I don't have interest in taking a child away from a loving home, period.
She is loving.
I will not leave a child in a dangerous situation, though, and that's what I'm trying to figure out.
After the brief change of subjects, the detectives with Larissa once again discuss her 4-year-old daughter.
Have you ever taken any other videos of her using the bathroom or anything else without her clothes on?
No.
Okay.
Though Larissa hasn't admitted this in the other interrogation room, it appears that the investigators going through both of their devices have discovered some concerning content.
So what's going on in that house?
I think it's probably time that we start talking about the things that you don't want to talk about with Rue.
What do you mean?
Dick sucker.
So, Rue is getting blackout drunk. Sending photos. Rue is.
God damn it.
No. Rue doesn't. Yeah.
What do you mean she's abusing the dog?
I just told you it was next door.
She's abusing the dog.
God fucking damn it.
Both of them? I don't know. Oh.
Is there one that's better than the other?
I don't know. I just know that she's into that kink.
What else
God
is she into?
fucking damn it.
I can tell you everything. There's a billion things on FetLife that she's into. Like literally probably over 100.
Seeing that the conversation isn't going the way they planned, the detectives decide to take a break.
We're just gonna step out and chat, and we'll be right back. Just while we step stuff, you're still being recorded from here, okay?
Despite being left alone in the room, John keeps the conversation going.
Oh my gosh. I just thought of something. I totally forgot to tell you guys something. Very important, dude.
Now let's dig at that fucking bishop.
See, now I'm a little freaking out because I remember all along. I gotta pee. Remember that pee? Yeah, I really. You know what I forgot to tell you guys? What's that?
John informs the officer that the important thing he remembered is that a friend is currently watching their dogs at their home. The detectives with Larissa also decide it's time for a break.
Why don't you give us just a minute? Okay? You wanna have a minute to yourself? Okay.
My purse has an inhaler in it, and I feel like I'll need it.
Okay, yeah, we'll go look for that. Just hang out if you got water bottles or anything, okay?
Deep breaths.
God damn it. Jesus goddamn Christ. Oh, fucking goddamn Christ.
When the officers return to speak with John, they confront him about more of the information they've gathered, this time giving a glimpse into the home life of the couple's 4-year-old.
Kids were playing out inside. I think she got dirt or something in her eye, and it was time to go home. She was getting tired and cranky, and I brought her home. And the lady was complaining about the fact that I was bringing her home because she was crying out her mind. And I was saying, why don't you mind your own business before I shoot you, you know? And she reported me. And CBS was working with us, and we told her the exact same thing.
According to police documents, the neighbor heard John yelling at his daughter, "Stop crying or I'm going to shoot you," on one occasion. And a week later, he was heard yelling, "Just shoot me." Concerned for the child's well-being, the neighbor called the police. The responding officers noted that the 4-year-old didn't show any outward signs of abuse or negligence. Earlier in Larissa's interview, she discussed this incident, and her recollection contradicts John's claim that he was yelling at the neighbor, not their child.
One of the neighbors didn't like how he yelled at her.
What did he say?
I don't know. I was not there.
So the neighbor called?
Yeah. And then CPS came to the house and like, everything's perfect, they're great, you're a loving family, we can see how hard you're working towards her. We understand you love your daughter.
Okay.
Following the disturbing revelations before their break, the detectives once again attempt to broach the unsettling subject with John.
Is she filming it?
And there's no way that she could be doing it with the dogs unless it's just a picture near the dogs, because they're both female dogs.
A female deer.
How did I learn about it? Seen her on FetLife, and that's about it. Do I know what it is? Yes, I know what it is. I don't. Do I care?
So you saw images of her videos?
No, it says it.
Okay.
What you're into. Yeah,
Pictures.
it's not a. Yeah, I don't know if there's any. I don't scope every single picture. I mean, I've seen all her FetLife pictures.
Kiss that
but I
motherfucking.
don't go looking for every kink that she might be into.
Returning to interview Larissa, the other detectives have decided to take a different approach.
As you probably gathered, we do a lot of these investigations. I've talked to dozens, she's talked to hundreds of people in your situation or circumstance. So we have experience on how people react to things and we tell them stuff. And the fact that we tell you that there are explicit imageries of your 4-year-old daughter on the internet, and not one single tear has came out of your eye during your crime. That's not a thing, right? We talk to parents all the time and say, hey, your daughter's images here, and they're falling on the ground, throwing up, crying, bawling, wailing. That's a normal human response. So this is unusual, okay?
I can understand that. I was crying a lot over today too.
What were the actual tears or just the...
It's just, this comes out right now because I've been crying a lot.
But the problem is that same image finds its way on Kick and gets uploaded to the internet.
and similar images. It's not just that one. So
you see where this is like, I can't understand things, right? And that's our entire job, is to understand things.
There's forensic guys actively looking through all the stuff right now. And it doesn't match up with what you're telling us.
I black out a lot because I drink a lot, so I'm honestly telling you what I remember. If I did something I don't remember, I'm not sure. I'm drunk.
And this is really starting to fucking piss me off.
I know it's not a good enough excuse. I'm just saying, under soberness, I would never ever do anything like that, and I don't think drunk me would either. But if you're saying this is happening,
I told you I wouldn't lie to you.
John's interview has been shocking so far, but it's about to take an unexpected turn.
What has she told you about her interest in?
I fucked his whole